Okay, we're working on the feet next. What we're going to do is make an oval shape. Now we have it squared out. Just kind of round off the corners a little bit. Gives you a guideline. Okay, and then this comes down like so. And do both sides that way. Let's make that a little further out. Alright. And bring this down. Bring this down a little bit. Just a little bit on the corners there. Just want to make sure if I made those feet wide enough here. That's about 3/4. Yeah, okay. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, also you're going to mark off, okay, we have his beard here, and we're going to have his hair going from his neckline on the back, from the bottom part of his ear over. Okay, it's kind of a little bit of a dip there. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to start cutting in. And right behind the ear, we're going to kind of do the same thing, go both ways here. Nice big V cut. And I usually, if I'm not sure, I just do the line first and then cut on either side of the line to get that V cut coming out. Okay. But be careful you don't cut the ear off or cut up into the ear when you do this. Alright, so we're going to take this all down here. It's funny, when I first did these, my father was always bald on the top like this, and some of my nieces and nephews says, "Oh, that looks like Opa," meaning my dad, and I go, "No, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't a replica of Dad's head, you know, of his head there." But it's funny when they said that. All right, so we got the back kind of started to shape up. We're going to take out a lot more yet. But we want to make sure that we know where, let's do the corners of, let's just do a little V cut to show where the foot goes, right? Like we did on all our other sitting projects. Just do a little V cut from the top and from the bottom. And we're going to do a little, this is a little different because right next to this you want to be careful because we have the handle of the beer mug coming out like so. Alright, and then a little bit there. Okay, so whether you're doing the coffee cup or you're doing the beer Santa, whichever you decide to do, you're going to take very little out right here, not much at all. Alright, just like so. Now over on the other side, his coat continues here and his hand's going to be down here, so you're just going to do a little V cut there. And we're going to go ahead and cut the rest of this out. But I want to make sure we put his arms in first, so well, we can still do that. Let's follow this with a knife, the rest of his foot with the knife, and get a little, and then cut from the top here, cut all the way around. Sorry about that. I'll tell you, the dust has been horrendous the last couple of days here. We haven't had a lot of rain until today. It's been a real nice spring this year. I got a lot of painting done. The beginning part there was more rain, and the last couple of weeks we hardly had any rain, so I was able to complete quite a bit outside, which was good. I'm going to take this rough stuff off because we're going to have to remove that anyway. And you want to remove all the rough stuff because if you don't, this stuff is going to really show up when you paint. When you have rough edges like this, it's going to really soak up the paint. So you want to keep that in mind. It doesn't even matter if it's a little bit roughed up, even like that. You want to, your whole carving should have a knife cut all over it somewhere. You know, where you took it down a little bit. This eliminates any of the sanding, because I don't do any sanding on these when I start to paint. You know, I know people that sand their pieces, and you know, if you don't sand it correctly, now I'm doing the bottom part of the foot there. If you don't sand it correctly, and you have a rougher spot than another, especially if you're doing staining, it will show up much more. So you want to be careful of that. Okay, now his arm actually is going to come here and it's going to hang on to this beer mug. So his hand's going to be right here. Alright, this is going to be his hand area right here. Bring this down a little bit more. Alright, so his hand area is going to be right here. Alright, this is going to be his cuff, and this is his arm, and it's going to come out on this side just like so. Alright, so this is his arm right here, and his hand. Alright, and then over on this side, because the beard is coming across. Now I know this, let me clean this up a little bit so that you can see it a little bit better. I'll be right back, and I'll have this all the rough stuff off of this so you can see it much better, and I can clarify how to take care of that arm. But your feet should be out. You should have this already marked up, and then soon we'll be able to put his mouth in and the beard flowing across and put his eyebrows in and stuff. There's plenty to do yet. We'll be back.